Welcome back to the Mancave Podcast.
Welcome back to the Mancave Podcast, everybody.
And I'm going to do it correctly today. This is a comedy podcast. Yeah. So if you get upset, great. If you don't, then we'll try harder next week.
Yeah. And always subscribe. If you get upset, if you don't get upset, we let you down. Subscribe so that we can try it again.
Yes. It's like an infinite Tsukiyomi. Okay. You didn't watch Naruto. Fuck, I keep forgetting.
I did. I watched up until Shippuden and I was done.
Okay.
The first few were really good. The Gaara and Rock Lee fight.
Cinema.
Yeah.
That's true. Even though Rock Lee is one of the worst characters ever in Naruto, but it's okay.
That's a thing that I hear is that like he was so good early on and then they just stopped giving a shit about him.
Completely killed his development. But we're not talking about anime today. Earlier on in the year, George and I were talking about Pluribus and how I thought it was going to be one of the best shows we've ever had. Now, I'm going to be honest. After watching it for a couple episodes, I just watched the finale. George has also finally finished it after he got so disappointed and just completely checked out. I'm a little shaky. I still very much like the show. I'm in love with the idea and what they're trying to explore. But damn, dog, Vince Gilligan be hitting some like super slow burn episodes.
So if you don't know me, I'm a big movie guy. I am not a show person. Shows have to be bangers for me to be like, I'm in, right? So Stranger Things, it's fallen off in the last season. Severance, your Game of Thrones, obviously your Breaking Bads, right?
Yeah.
Banger shows. So good. Like you have to watch them.
Yeah.
Or you just disrespect just the content as a whole. So when Larry was like, yo, watch Pluribus, I'm like, here we go with another show. But I did see Vince Gilligan and I'm like, Breaking Bad might be the greatest show to ever be.
And Better Call Saul was also very good.
Yeah. I didn't watch Better Call Saul, but Breaking Bad. It's because when the shows are so good, I don't need another thing.
Yeah,
right.
You stamped them.
We're done. Yeah, I loved it. We don't need more. That's also why, I watch House of Dragons, but that's because my wife wants to. But I don't need that. Yeah, I have Game of Thrones up to season 6. Up to season 6, I got Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Anything past that, it doesn't exist. But yeah, I don't need spinoffs. Just give me. You gave me what was great. It was great. Leave it alone. He comes out with Pluribus. First 2 episodes, I will say, banger. I'm like, all right, we're in.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a show here. Vince Gilligan does it again. And then it became a show.
What do you mean, George?
It slows down. Yeah. Right? Like, we have 15-minute scenes where no one says anything. And I understand they're all talking in their minds, right? So the mise en scène of it all is like, what's the story being told without the words? Right. I understand that. Right. All right, people. But give me something to work with.
I'm glad you said all right, people, because you know that discourse on the internet involves
they're gonna be like, oh, you have your TikTok mind. Attention span is fried. Yeah. No, it's not what it is.
It might be.
I don't think so. I really don't think it is, because I'll sit down and watch great things and be in locked in the whole time. And then, like you said, I was falling off and you're just like, yo, stick with it. And I did. I could have fallen off. I could have just left.
So if you haven't watched it, please, I guess, pause here and
this is going to be your spoiler warning.
Yeah, because people take this shit show so seriously for some reason, and I don't get that, but I guess we can talk about that another time. Yeah. I had lost hope. I'll be honest. Like, what is it? 8 total episodes, something like that. 9. Okay, so around 6. Oh God, I gotta fucking say this shit. So around episode 6 or 7. I was like, okay, what the fuck is happening here? Yeah. They're dragging it. And then Manunos okay. He shows up finally.
He was sprinkled out in episode 3-ish.
Yeah.
There's another one wants nothing to do with us. Right there, I was like, give me that guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro.
Episode 4, he's still not here. Give me that guy. He
5.
sounds interesting. He doesn't fuck with y'all the way that everybody else. Give me that guy.
And he's actively trying to figure out how to undo what was done. He's not trying to figure out what they're eating every day, which I can understand why Carol was concerned. It's like, these are fucking zombies, zombie aliens. But also, like, to your point, when I saw what was happening and how it all finally played out, I'm realizing, like, yo, maybe Carol is not actually the main character in this shit. Mm-hmm. I think Menounos is the main character, and it makes perfect sense that they would portray it this way, because how many people do you know, at least in this country, would start out watching the show if the main character was speaking Spanish?
You're hilarious.
let's be for real.
Right.
He's from Paraguay.
Yeah.
They don't even know where that is on a map.
I
can't neither. Shit. We all part of the same education system. But like,
so you think season 2 is going to be coming in and he's going to be more of the focus and not Carol?
I think at some point, because they have figured out that Carol's stem cells can be drawn from her eggs, she's going to be completely X'd out of the equation.
Okay.
And it comes down to him. He's the only intelligent character left.
Yeah. But what's going to have to happen is she's like has to 100% excommunicate herself with these people now, because they were like, a month, give us a month and you're one of us. Yeah. Right. Like, okay, I can't go near y'all now. Like, if I go near, you're just going to spray me with something or whatever it is, and I'm done.
Right. Yeah. Yo, there were so many things though that they did in this season that I thought were like phenomenally done. Number one, they were talking about like how they love these people. They're so accepting. What the fuck is this girl's name? I thought she was Native American. Apparently she's not. You know what I'm talking about. The girl that just turned her.
Yeah.
Like all that shit they were doing was pretend. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as she turned, dropped everything, fucked the goat.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember I was watching it with my wife and she was like, they're leaving. I was like, they were there for her.
Literally that just one of them. Placate her.
Done with it.
Oh man. I thought how they did that and how they show that these things are actually just like truly manipulative to the highest extent. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, this is some good fucking writing, bro.
Yeah, because even when it came to Carol, right? Carol was a huge skeptic. Skeptic?
Yeah.
And then, Menounos or whatever his name came into play, did what he did, and she runs off with her Zosha. And she's like, I'm like high on life right now. Yeah. Like, it's really so good. Like, I can't imagine my happiness going away. And it did.
Yo. And right there, tell you, I was so fucking happy because I was like arguing with my wife damn near about how like I just thought the show was written so perfectly. And I'm like, yes, Carol sticking to her guns. She like, fuck y'all. I'm not rocking with y'all. And then you got a little coochie and you lost your mind.
That's how it works.
And they think it's just men. Nah, that's just everybody. Like, like you can't avoid it. So she loses her mind, runs off. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, fuck this show. I'm done. I don't even want to watch no more. But I was hooked. I couldn't just stop.
Yeah. You have to see where it goes.
Exactly.
Yeah. But to your point, very manipulative.
Yeah.
And that was kind of shown to us in the first episode, maybe the second one. I would say the second episode. When Zosha was introduced, right? They flew her out from wherever the fuck because they're all connected. So they know this woman, what she likes, who she's looking for.
Yep.
They sent her specifically because they're like, this is the kind of woman she would fall for.
Yep.
And we need her to fall for her so that we can turn her. It has nothing to do with making her comfortable or anything like that. It was to lower her guard.
Yes.
And then it eventually happened. And Zosha, she was hitting. She was like, yeah,
she was hitting for sure.
Girl. You can have this anytime you want.
Hitting for sure.
And it just didn't land. But she was there. She was right there.
Yeah. I think I'm curious to see how they turn the corner now, because all the cards are on the table. Like, you can't use the mystery of like whether these things are actually evil or not anymore. Right. Like, there's no there's no more debating whether or not these things are good for the planet. Like, obviously they told her like, oh, it's completely your choice. Now all of a sudden it's really not her choice anymore. Yeah. Like, they're going to do it whether she wants it or not. But
that goes a little bit contradictory to what they said, obviously, where they're like, they don't lie.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, we're never going to lie to you. And then they're like, oh, it's actually not your choice. We've been working on it the entire time, not telling you, and we were going to use it,
bro, without
telling you.
that scene, that shit, I fell in love with the show all over again when I watched that scene, because it was like they realized, or at least Carol realized, it's not what they're saying, it's what they're not saying. And so she said, what did she ask her? She asked her a question, and then Zosha responded with the word like would be or something. And she was like, that's a funny way of answering the question, because you can't lie, but you're also not outright saying that it's now no longer my choice. Yeah. Bro, the writing, like, again, it's one of those shows that it's no action or whatever, but you have to pay attention to the little details, like with Severance.
Yeah, Severance is very much like that.
Yeah, where like it completely changes the dynamic of the show. And obviously not for you because you just don't like women, but you know, that's the topic for another.
And this is another part of the episode where we're going to remind you to subscribe.
You think that's the selling point? Yeah. Yo, nah, you might be right. I'm pretty sure there's some people who watch this show and be like, yeah, fuck with these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the thing about Severance too that Pluribus doesn't have is Severance is so beautifully shot. Like, there are some shots in that show that are just like, damn, this thing is so gorgeous to just look at.
Yeah.
Pluribus is cool. The writing is great, but it's definitely not on the same camera work as Severance is.
I agree.
And that's fine. It doesn't need to be, but you have to want to know where it goes. And I don't know if Pluribus did a good enough job in those episodes 5 and 6 to make me want to stay. If it wasn't for you and if it wasn't for my wife, like, yo, watch the show, I probably would have fell off at 4. I'm going to be completely honest. Did it bring me back in the season finale with everything that happened? Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Season 2 comes out. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not like sitting at the edge of my seat. Like, yo, I can't. When is season 2 coming out? Like, when it comes out, it comes out. I'm not really fucking bothered by it. I think what was episode 6 where Menounos was traveling by himself
and fell into that fucking tree. Oh my God.
It was him doing that, and then Carol with the fireworks, almost letting herself just fucking die. Like, I get the symbolism behind that, right? It's like both of these characters are isolated.
Yeah.
One of them not by choice. The other one is like, fuck you guys, I'm just gonna do me. But they both nearly died because of their isolation.
Right.
And like, I understand what that message is, but it was just like, bro, let's fucking get there.
They could have did that in 2 episodes.
Bro, it was 40 minutes of watching this guy repeat, my name is Menounos Ortega, you killed my father, prepare to die. I'm like, bro.
What is that from?
That's from Princess Bride. Yeah.
Dog, I think the whole point of that was to like show the kind of person he is, like to learn the English language while traveling from one side of the world to the other.
Yeah.
Is super fucking impressive. You got to give him that.
Yeah. Well, he got 50% of the way and almost died.
So it's a knock.
I'm 50% impressed.
Yo, George just hates anybody who's not Puerto Rican. Any Spanish speaker who's not Puerto Rican, George ain't fucking with you.
That's not true.
Yo, but I know this was like a heavily Pluribus focused episode. George started talking about Stranger Things before we came in here. So all of my fears and suspicions were valid then. Will is like super level, powerful Omega.
Not really. He is not what's his name?
He's
Xavier from X-Men. Okay. Yeah, no.
It's a one-time thing?
To that level that we saw in episode 4 so far, okay. Yeah. He does a little something, but it's not like he can just tap into it on his own. I'm not going to spoil it for you because you haven't seen it yet.
I literally don't care. I'm probably not going to watch this shit now because this is exactly what I told George my issue was with Stranger Things is the fucking inconsistency with these people and their levels of ability. 11 not being able to open a fucking door, but she can move a tank. Will can kill 3 demigorgons, but can't do shit else. Yeah, so it was because he was the hive mind or whatever was open and he was like next to it, right? So he was connected to it. When they were dead, the demigorgons or Vecna was gone, he no longer had that power. So they essentially had to revive the demigorgon in order to open up that gate again for him. Okay. And then he can tap back into Vecna's mind where he's like trying to kill Vecna from the distance. And Vecna, like he does a little damage, but Vecna like quickly kicks him out of his head because he's stronger than Will. Of course. But that's really all we saw Will do with his powers again. Because then he went into a trance. Vecna kept him like locked up. He was like, well, now that you're here, you know, so you're not going anywhere. And Will or 11 had to go in and find him and take him out. So he's actually useless, like Vecna told him in the beginning. Yeah, until he can tap into it. Yeah. And then let's see if him, 11, and I guess the new girl, Callie, that's from season 2 is... And I don't trust her either. Why would you? She's like giving weird vibes. It's her eyes. And I don't know if she's even like, it feels like she's working with Vecna. You also don't trust Indian people. So what the fuck is going on, Larry? I don't like women. I don't like anybody that's not Puerto Rican. Now suddenly I don't like Indian people. This show, now I know, is just Larry trying to set me up. Bro, nah, like, yeah, that girl, even when they first introduced her, I was looking like, why are you got these beady ass eyes? Yeah. Like you up to no good. And there are hella, like, I would say plot holes now. And it's because now we're in the last season, right? And it falls into the same like Game of Thrones idea where we only have a set amount of time to do everything now. And so shit is happening. You gotta wrap it up. Yeah. So Game of Thrones, up until season 6, when somebody needed to go from, let's say, Westeros to another place, it took 8 episodes to get there. They were traveling there. Yeah. Season 7 and 8, if, you know, what's his name? Stark, whatever the fuck. John had to get somewhere. He was there the next scene in the same episode. Yeah. And it was just like the travel and the adventure is gone. Well, they have to hurry up and get there. No, he went by boat. I remember very vividly. Oh yeah, I remember talking about. I'm like, okay, so no more adventure, like it's gone. Yeah. And then same thing is like season 5 of Stranger Things is like, okay, so it's just too convenient now because everything has to wrap the fuck up, right? They lose Dustin and everything on the Upside Down. In the same episode, they find him. Right. It's just like, cool. Yeah. Holly's missing. And then now they know exactly where she is. Right. They can't drag anything else. They can't drag it out. They have to finish it. Yeah. Right. And let me ask you this. Max went into her trance, knocked out, end of season 4. Right. She was blind. She technically died. Correct. Yeah. Elle brought her back to life. She comes back in episode 6 or 7, 6, and she can see again. And I'm like, why can you see? You were blinded because you did die in season 4, and Elle brought you back. Right. So like your arms not being broken, fine, but why do your eyes work? That's a question. Also, she thought Hopper was dead. Hopper disappeared at the end of season 3 and was gone all of season 4 because he was in Russia. Yeah. Doesn't come back to Hawkins until the very end. Yeah. Max is already in a coma or trance, whatever they want to label it. He comes back and she sees Hopper and she's like, oh, hey. And he's like, welcome back, kid. She's no concern. Like, what the fuck? You're alive? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's stuff like that I wish they wouldn't just like care a little bit with the interactions, throw a little bit more effort in your writing to be like, this is why
But now it's just like, okay, it's the end of the season. Just fucking leave it alone.
I told you.
There are bigger things going on, right? They're fighting monsters. Who cares that Hopper's alive and Max didn't know until now and she doesn't give a shit? I'm like, no, but she should give a shit.
It's the little things that make the show good.
Yeah.
And that's why I told you this is brain rot.
You never even told me this.
I did. And now you rage me. Yeah. I told you it's brain rot. Like once I really stopped like falling in love with the show and I just sat back and watched it objectively, I'm like, bro, there's too much here that doesn't make sense. Like shit is all over the place. Story doesn't make sense. People's powers, like I mentioned earlier, doesn't make sense. So now I'm just looking at it like, okay, maybe they intended this to be for kids and we all fell in love with it. So now they just like, man, fuck it. Just write the show. Get it over with.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then we're going into the finale that comes out in a couple of days. No one's died.
No one?
No one has died. And my wife
catching bodies up to this point.
Right? People they killed at least one person of the groups.
Oh, wait, no.
In every season.
Ollie's dad died.
No, he's not. He's not
dead?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they talked about him for like a second that he was like recovering. No one's dead. There was a scene where honestly, it was Will and Nancy. Huh. They had a weird, heart to heart and a near-death experience about their relationship. He pulls out his engagement ring and they agreed to break up.
Not Will, Jonathan, sorry.
Yeah. And they agreed to break up, right? They should have died. It was like they should have had their heart to heart. Here's why it didn't work out for us, but I do love you. Die. It was a perfect moment for them. Nothing happened. The threat just stopped for some reason. And I'm like, okay. And then Dustin and Steve show up and are like, hey, what's going on, guys? Saved you. How did you know where they were? And it's just like, bro, give me the shit that we were promised.
Which is what? What did they promise?
Up until this point, it was good writing.
Okay.
You guys, you weren't afraid to kill off characters.
Yeah.
Now you're just like, what are you going to hit me like a truck in the last episode?
Maybe.
It's come on. What are we doing?
Red Wedding, Game of Thrones style, like where you think this guy is the main character and they poke him the fuck
Callie's going to be like, 3 dead. She's just going to snap 3 necks and we're going to be like, oh shit.
Nah, that would probably be the worst writing possible.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Oh man. No, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm probably going to finish it just because I already watched all of the episodes up to this point. I literally stayed up all night binge watching this shit because I was unemployed for a little bit because I couldn't work because I couldn't move my fucking leg. Thanks to George announcing it to everybody on the
I actually never said it.
You implied that I needed time.
No one figured it out.
Shut up. Everybody figured it out. But yo, we do stuff like this often where we kind of talk about things that are happening in pop culture, et cetera, et cetera. But for the most part, we try to have fun with different things. But I was dying to get George's perspective on the Pluribus situation since I know it, in his mind, took a turn for the worse. So if you enjoy content like this, please come back. We enjoy having you guys in the comment section.
And let us know. Shit. Like if you go through our page and you're just like, well, I like it when they talk about this and not this. Tell us as well because,
feedback is important.
Yeah. We need to know which way to go.
Unless you're like an Andrew Tate fan. Y'all are still crying and screaming in our comments from the last episode. We're good. We don't have to argue about that.
No, you could comment down below. Yeah. Bye.